I want you to show me how do I love, 'cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me and tell me you love me, that I'll always be yours. I want you to touch me. Please heal all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. I'm sitting here reminiscing, and I'm thinking about the past. Now you're gone, so I'm really tripping. But you know I'm on a mission, so it's on to the next. And you know I'm never catching feelings, but damn, you was something special. So much chemistry between us, how could I ever let you go? But I'm stuck in my ways. I don't believe in love, I ain't trying to be played. Too many thoughts, too many flaws and insecurities, too many walls that I built to keep you off of me. I gotta admit, I'm hard to deal with. You saying that you love me, but it's hard to commit. I got too many faults, too many blemishes, so much heartbreak and pain that I'm still sitting with. Now I'm looking back, and I'm thinking about your love, so it's hard to admit. Now I'm thinking back, knowing I was wrong, so I'm living in regret. Damn, now I'm looking back, I don't know how to love, I could never get attached. And I want you to show me, how do I love, 'cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me and tell me you love me, that I'll always be yours. I want you to touch me. Please heal all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. Please don't judge me, I'm a mess. I got too many scars and broken pieces, I confess, yes. Plus I know it's been a minute since we last talked. I was damaged, I was too vicious. Thinking about these other dudes, thinking they was better, they was trash, they was no different. Really wish I could take back all the lies and the games that I played. Now I'm having flashbacks. Should've gave you a chance, 'cause you was everything that I needed, that I could've had. But I let you go. I was selfish in my pride and my feelings I could never show. Right person, wrong time. Man, I messed up. My whole destiny could realign. I could've let you go. I was foolish, I was dumb, I was crazy, I don't even know. And I want you to show me, how do I love, 'cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me and tell me you love me, that I'll always be yours. I want you to touch me. Please heal all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. And I want you to show me, how do I love?
Hey everybody, we are here for another amazing episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. This is episode number 145. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, and Twitch. We are also on Culture Shock Radio, Radio for Sale, Wapdar Music FM. I mean, we are literally everywhere here in the building. So tonight, I want to introduce this queen here. We've been connected for probably about a year now. She is an author. She is an artist. She's a creative entrepreneur. She is a cancer advocate and survivor. I'd like to introduce PASHA Chaney, aka PASHA, in the building.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate Let's Get Activated, and you as well, Samantha, for just bringing me on your platform.
No, you are more, than welcome, Queen. The honor is all mine. And, I definitely want to give you your well-deserved, flowers tonight. But they're definitely going to learn more about, Pasha and getting your story out there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you had me vibing backstage. First of all, How Do I Love? Whew, I love that song. I felt it.
Yes,
Girl.
that song is just about how when someone is trying to love you, but you're not quite vulnerable enough to love them back, you have so many walls up, you have your guard up. It's just a very personable type of song. And I think we all can kind of relate to that. We've all been at a point where maybe we're just afraid to love, at some point. So I think the song is definitely true to a lot of people's story.
Definitely. It's definitely will resonate with a lot of people. And I definitely want people to know your story from everything that you do. So just starting with, your artistry. So, what made you decide that you wanted to become an artist?
I first wanted to be a rapper after I discovered poetry. Actually, poetry is something that I enjoyed through middle school and throughout high school. So I kind of played around with that. I used to do a lot of writing in my journal, and it was a good way for me to basically express myself. And then I had a group of guy friends, about 5 guy friends, and they was like, "Hey, P, you should rap." And I'm like, I can't rap. And they were like, come on now, if you can write poetry and you know how to rhyme, you can rap. You just need to work on your delivery and cadence and all of that. So I tried it out. And my first time, I really enjoyed it. So I started out in a group actually called the Coalition with
Mhm.
5 other guys, and we did a compilation album long time ago. And then afterwards, after I went to college, I kind of branched off and started doing solo music.
Wow. Wow. What was that like for you, just branching off to become a solo artist?
It was kind of scary at first because I'm like, okay, I need to find producers and pick some great beats. I need to write some great hooks. I need to collaborate with people. I just need to find my way. And I think that helped me become more outgoing and just allowed me to network with a lot of more people, in the music community. So it definitely helped me because I started to see a side of myself that I hadn't seen before. I was always pretty quiet and reserved, a little shy
Yeah.
in school, but it definitely brought out the best in me.
It has, because I've been tapped into, various, songs that you have done, and you got it. Your cage is dope, there's confidence, in what you're doing and, different things you're talking about. Yeah, you're on point. You're
Thank
on
you.
point.
Thanks. I really do appreciate that. I do. I love getting feedback from the listeners.
Yes, you definitely deserve it. Now, are you like originally then from Flint, Michigan?
Yes, I am. I was born and raised in Flint, Michigan.
Wow. And so what was the scene like for you? Because I know you, went to school and then you started to become an artist. So just in the Flint, Michigan area, what was it like for you?
Flint was a very vibrant community back then when I was growing up. Of course, a lot of people worked for General Motors. My parents worked for General Motors, so we were pretty much an upper middle class family. I think it wasn't really until my first year of high school that I realized how dangerous Flint was. It started to become more violent, and a lot of young people and teens, unfortunately, were dying and getting shot and killed. So you had to really be careful about where you were, who you were with, what times of night or day, what side of town, things like that. So I had to adapt pretty quickly to not just having book smarts, but having some street savvy and sense, just knowing, what to do and what not to do, going around and being around in Flint.
Right. And I was going to say probably especially like within the industry, getting out there and doing shows too, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes, I was always concerned about that. If people would, have fights at the club, that I would be booked at, or if something would happen out in a parking lot, a shooting or something like that, you have to really be careful because yeah, you want to get out there and you want to get your art out there and you want to perform, but sometimes I would go to like neighboring cities and perform if I didn't always feel comfortable, performing, in certain clubs in Flint. Then I would go to surrounding areas like Detroit and Pontiac, Saginaw, and things like that to perform.
Got you. Is there a favorite performance of yours?
Um, I opened up for Nipsey Hussle. That was a highlight of my career. He was just the sweetest, most down to earth person, even back then, before he got really, really big. And so after my performance, he just, congratulated me, said I did an awesome job. He gave me a hug. We took a picture. So that was definitely one of my favorite moments. And I also opened up for Trina, and Trina is the sweetest. She is the sweetest. I can't say enough good things about her. She's down to earth too, and just her and her whole team was just so awesome to me when I opened up for her.
Wow, that's wonderful to have, those memories, rest in peace, definitely Nipsey Hussle, and, salute to Trina and them for, giving you your flowers and, giving you your props too. That's pretty dope.
Yes, absolutely. I 1000% appreciate them for doing that.
What is the energy just like for you when you're performing?
The energy is great because I like to get the crowd into me and who I am and what I'm doing. So I like to speak to the crowd. I think when you go up on stage, you don't want to just get up there and start rapping because people may not know you or know who you are, where you from, where you come from. So you really got to get engaged and say, hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Just those kinds of conversations to really get it going. I think that kind of ramps up the energy and gets people going and into what you're doing.
That makes a lot of sense, just getting the people involved. And, also not only that, it's like you as an artist, I feel like you're supporting other artists, giving them their, advice and stuff too. Like, Rain just made comment, that he asked you for advice and everything. He's the one that linked us up. So
yes.
Full circle.
Yes, I'm so appreciative of Rain. He's just a person who's always looking to help other artists, and it's always genuine. It's been like that from day one since I met him.
That's amazing. And that there are a lot of artists, they tap into the show. I have a lot of artists watching now as I speak. I can see them in the comments. And I'm sure people might want to get into some collaborations and things like that with you. Is that something that you're open to?
Oh, always. And if they reach out to me, they can reach out to me via Instagram. My information is on there through Linktree, or they can just email me directly at bookpasha@gmail.com.
Got you. Just throwing it out there, because you guys, she is a really dope, female MC. So I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Now I love to see it. I get excited when I see people meeting and coming together through here. So hey, I'm just gonna throw it out there. That's all.
I appreciate that.
No, you're very welcome. And I also want to talk about, you as an author. You have been on quite a journey, being a cancer advocate, being a cancer survivor, and you even went out there, you wrote 2 books on that. Do you kind of want to talk about that journey?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So back in 2020, I was diagnosed with cancer. It was unexpected. I had some allergy type symptoms, some runny nose, watery eyes, things like that. At first, I didn't think much of it. And so I took some Benadryl and said, hey, it should go away in a few days. It didn't go away. I remember my mom saying, I think you need to go to the doctor and get checked out because you've had that, nasal drip and watery eyes for quite a few weeks. So I did go, and I had a scan, and I found out that I had a tumor, and it was lodged inside of my nose. So that's what was making that nasal drip and all of that, unfortunately. So this happened within a matter of months. I mean, I didn't even have time to really prepare or do anything. So my surgery was 18 hours long, and yeah, it was very intense. My family flew out here, and the cancer that I had is called smart B1, INI1. It's a very rare cancer. It was only discovered in the 1990s, so it is fairly new, a newer type of cancer. And to break it down into the most simplest terms, so in our DNA, in our cells, we have protein, and that protein is a tumor inhibitor, meaning that that protein helps our cells from dividing and multiplying so fast where they clump up and turn into a tumor. When you're missing that protein from your cells, then that's what happens, and that's what happened to me. So that is smart B1 INI1 cancer. So I went through a long recovery. I had to do radiation and chemo, and then I went into remission, of course. And then I almost made 3 years of remission. I was about 2 months or so shy, 2 or 3 months shy of my 3 year remission date, and I found out my cancer had returned. So I was extremely devastated because I had been doing so well. I hadn't felt sick. But again, this is a very rare type of cancer, and cancer can come on you really quickly. And then some people have very long drawn out symptoms when they have cancer. So it's different for each individual, for each person. So I had to do chemo again a couple months ago, and it was very intense. I had to do two different types of chemo. So it was totally different than the first time, because the first time I only did one chemo and radiation. So this treatment schedule made me really tired, really sick. I had a lot of side effects. It just threw me for a loop, and I'm so grateful I got past that, and the cancer is now gone in that area. I'm back into remission, and I just thank God for my friends and my family coming out here to help take care of me and support me until I could really get back up to speed.
Wow. I mean, that's quite a journey, and just your strength, through it. And, we definitely got to talk about these two beautiful books here. We're going to kind of show them. I know the first one here, Through the Scars, Rising from Cancer. When did you write that particular book?
So I wrote that book actually when I was in the midst of receiving treatment after I first found out I had cancer. And I wasn't planning on writing a book. When I started writing it, my mom was like, "No, you do not need to write a book. Focus on treatment. I need you to get better. I need you to get well." And of course, as a mom, she's concerned. She cares about my health and well-being. She really just wanted me to focus on my treatment. But I said, no, I have to find a way, especially being a creative. I need to find a way to get this stuff out, to talk
Yeah.
about it. I didn't have a lot of friends my age who had cancer before. A lot of people that I knew that had cancer were older, individuals, and maybe some things I could relate to them with, but a lot of things I couldn't because of where I was at in my life. Again, being a single mom, being a mother, still trying to work and having a lot of things on my plate. So I wanted to give people the information in a book. How does it feel when you're first diagnosed with cancer? What are all the things that goes through your mind when you're scared, worried, you have a million questions, you're wondering, will you live or die? You're thinking about your own mortality. You're thinking about so many things. And I really wanted to just be open and honest and give as much information as I could, while telling my story, but still giving people inspiration and hope and just guiding them to some of the resources that I tapped into and learned about when I was diagnosed.
Wow. I think they really need that. I think it was also, not only something that's therapeutic, for you to kind of write about it as you're going through it, but also through, many people that's, going through it with cancer, their families, it hits everybody. It's such an unbiased, thing. Anybody can get it,
Yeah,
So
it can
you need
happen to anyone at any time. And that's why it's so important to get your regular checkups. When something is wrong, out of the ordinary, go get checked immediately. And it doesn't matter what age, race, sex, gender you are, cancer does not discriminate. And I want to make a correction. My initial surgery was
Mhm.
20 hours long, not 18. So either way, it was very intense, and it took a lot of recovery and rehab for me to get through that part of my journey.
Wow. And then you kind of continued on with inspiration and I'm sure therapy for yourself. You went on to write a second book, Living in Remission.
Yes, I did. So a lot of people think, okay, so you're done with your treatment, you no longer have cancer, and things just go back to normal. It
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. So typically, after you're diagnosed with cancer, you have to be seen by your doctor regularly for 5 years. And that's normally scans every 3 months. You're getting, x-rays and scans. You're going to get checkups and things like that. You still have to be so involved with your health and with your doctors when you're in remission. And so I wanted to talk about that, how things don't just snap back, and you have to take time to gradually process what you went through, to heal, to start this new life and new journey. Give yourself a lot of grace, a lot of love, because I really learned all the things that I thought was important before I had cancer, and then just running my body ragged and, just here, there, and everywhere, and just trying to overproduce and be so productive that I needed to take the time out to focus on me and my health. So, Living in Remission, a survivor story, basically gives people a better insight of what it's like living in remission.
Mm, wow. Wow. It's incredible because not everybody shares these insights. There's probably insights in there that, a lot of us don't know about. Like I like how you were talking about we need to be kind of more on point with getting our checkups because I would have been like you, honestly, oh, it's just a cold, I'll get over it. And I've done it before, just let it ride out. But wow, you just never know.
Yeah, that's very true. Sometimes you think it's something so simple and minor, and it could be, symptoms to something more serious. So you have to take everything as though it's important and as though it's urgent to go and get checked out.
Wow. So you have here, King would like to actually purchase the books. So you wanted the books. So would you
But
like to kind of let them know, everybody know where can they get these books?
yes, so both of my books, Through the Scars, Rising from Cancer, and Living in Remission, A Survivor's Story, they're available on Amazon. You can type in the name of the books and then my name, Pasha, Pasha, Chaney, Chaney. The books will come up. They're paperback books, not hard copies. They're very good reads. I try to write the books like conversation, like I'm just talking to you, like we're just having a one-on-one conversation. I think that helps people get really engaged. And so it's not a long read, but it's a good enough length where you can really get into it, highlight some things, maybe some information that will help you. And you know what? Also help a family member or friend, maybe who is going through cancer, and you really don't know what to say to them or how to support them or the type of questions to ask without being offensive. So those types of things, that type of information is in the books as well.
Wow. Yeah, I think, these are great books for everybody because everybody is either experienced it or, knows somebody. I don't think there's not anybody that doesn't know somebody or have had some connection with somebody going through that. So I think these are books that, everybody should have.
Yes, and we can't be afraid to talk about cancer or any other type of diseases. In the hip hop community, I know it's all about looking good and flash and money and cars and jewelry and things like that. And that's fine. There's a time and place for that. But we really have to talk to our people in our community and our young people too, especially about why it's important to have health insurance. And I know some people can't afford, higher cost health plans, but if you can get something that you can afford that's reasonable for your budget, something where you can be covered, or go to your state, and try to get Medicaid or something, that can help you get these services that you may need. So it's very important that we don't shy away from these kinds of conversations, because we can share information and teach others, and then they can teach someone else. And that's how we spread the information and knowledge.
I absolutely 100% agree with you, and I'm glad you kind of brought up, yeah, within our hip hop community, it's kind of like, oh no, like you said, got to be flashy. We got to show strength, strength and everything. But no, this is real life issues that goes on, behind the scenes. And I think we all, especially like, even our people, we got to just kind of learn to be more, just taking better care of ourselves.
Yes, we do. We really do. And I'll say this as well. It's okay to, have drinks, alcohol in moderation. It's okay to do things in moderation. But I do feel that a lot of us in our community, we try to suppress our feelings of depression or loneliness or other things, trauma. We try to suppress it with alcohol, with drugs, with things like that. And we got to move into a way of dealing with our trauma without utilizing those things to heal us. So I always advocate for therapy as well. I went to therapy, of course, when I was first diagnosed and after. I just needed to be able to talk. And of course, some things you can share with your family and, their listening ear. But it's one thing when you're sharing with someone that doesn't know you. You have no inhibitions. You're not looking to say the right things all the time. And they're giving you they're listening, but they're giving you some very sound advice, some practical things you can do, to work through any issues that you may be having.
Amen to that. I'm glad you said that. Mental health is so important, and like you said, some people are too, scared to say I'm not okay, but it's okay to not be okay. Just get the help you need, That's what's going to help you. Why not?
I absolutely agree.
And then another thing, just kind of, into just spreading more kindness to people too, because you never know what the next person is going through.
That's true. And people don't have to come out and tell you what they're going through. Just give people a certain amount of grace and love when you interact with people. If you can't do anything else, at
That's
least
true.
do that.
Definitely. Have you done any public speaking or going out to different communities? Because I think you would be great for that, to spread this message.
Oh yes, I've done a lot of different community events, and so that includes going to the library and doing open discussions and book forums where people can be introduced to my books, my work, and also introduce myself. I've done community events at the Boys and Girls Club. I've spoken at women's events and conferences. Anywhere where I'm invited or I feel that I may be great at contributing some powerful information, I'm always for that. I try to be a resource for people as much as I can. So I'll even reach out to people and individuals and say, hey, if you need anything from me, let me know. I would love to come and speak. I would love to, give your audience any resources they may need. So I'm always going to be for that and doing the right things when it comes to just letting our community know it's about us, not just one individual. It's about us in totality as a group.
I like that. I like that. No, I had to ask that too because I'm definitely into community, and especially giving back to the youth and passing it on. So, hey, if I know of anything or involved in anything, don't be surprised if I be like, hey, you
Please
want to
do.
get involved?
Please do. I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
Because I think your story is very inspiring. I also, want to commend you. I think, you carry yourself with so much class as well, which a lot of these young ladies need, as us being, mothers of daughters. So I definitely want to salute you for that too.
Thank you. That means a lot because as you know, being a mom as well and just in this community of music and hip hop and you really have to let people know that it's not an easy job when you're trying to juggle all these various tasks that you have to do and still have your own life.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. And you just got a purchase. King actually made a purchase while
Thank you. Thank
watching.
you
So
so much. I so appreciate your support. I really do. And I hope you really enjoy the book, that you get a lot out of it, and that you also recommend it to anyone that you feel could benefit from it.
see, that's dope. Live on Activated. See, Queen? See what I was telling you about the scenes? That's how we do. That's how
No, I love your audience. They're so supportive.
There's some great people here now. Now here comes Rain. Now he wants to know, where the Gangsta P name come from.
Oh, that is too funny. You know what? My friends back in high school, the guys I used to rap with, they just started calling me P. And then then it just kind of caught fire. It was like, P, what's up, P? And I'm like, cool, I'm with it because I never had a nickname growing up. And so my name, Pasha, is kind of unique. And so I
Mhm.
always thought, well, I'll just go by my name. I won't have a nickname. But it means a lot when people call me P because that means they really know me. We really have a close relationship. And so a lot of people that call me that, they're like my brothers and sisters, in this space because I'm so close to them. And I love the name. It's a very endearing name.
I like that. I figured I'm not surprised because he been calling you that throughout all the comments. So he's just
Yeah. Yeah. They just gave me that nickname. So I said, I'll go with it.
and hey, it works, right? Just rolling with
Yes.
it.
Yes.
I love it. So what's next for you, like upcoming, for the new year?
So I really want to get into promoting the book some more, doing some more events. I really want to tap into that because my cancer returned this year. I had to really pull back and slow down. And so I'm looking forward to getting back in the studio, of course. I'm excited about that because during treatment, it really affected my voice, it affected my breathing, and so when I'm recording, my voice is so strong and powerful, and I try to project that in my songs. So I didn't want to get in there and I wasn't ready. So I think I'm about ready. I'm ready to start recording again and getting back to my creative things and promoting those things and doing as many events that I can. But How Do You Love is my last song that I released and people love it. There's a clean version, a regular version, and also a TikTok version, which is sped up. You can dance to it. I have quite a few people that have done dance videos. If you go to my TikTok page, which is at Passion for Bedrock, you'll see all those videos there on my TikTok page as well.
Oh yeah, I've been looking on your IG too. I seen you were like posting some clips and everything too. Look, I might end up using it for. Don't be surprised I use it for a reel or something. You know,
Hey,
like,
please, please do. I have so much music in my music
mm-mm.
discography, and from singles to my last album, Boss Moves. I mean, I've done a lot of different music. So I really hope that people could tap in if they don't know who I am or if they're not familiar with my work, that they can go back and listen to those songs, go back and listen to some previous interviews that I've done, and they'll really get a chance to get to know me, my story, who I am, why I love creating music as well and writing books.
Definitely. And also, because we know we have like your IG, at Passion for Bedrock. So I know you have like a record company, right? Bedrock Records.
Yes, I do. So I started that a while ago, a long time ago, because I wanted to own something. I wanted to be an owner and not just participate in music. I wanted to kind of take control of my own career, and being an independent artist, it allowed me to pick the kind of music that I wanted to release, to promote it how I wanted to, and take all the ideas I had and really just move them forward without somebody saying, hey, you can't do that, or you have to wait, or I don't know, maybe later. I didn't want any of those roadblocks. So I went ahead and created my own company, and all my music has been released under Bedrock Records.
Wow. What was that process like? Because I know, like, which I mean I encourage people being entrepreneurs or owning, something. So how was that process?
Well, it's a very simple process. Again, um, if you want to get a business license and do business as, you need to register it, with your city. And then if you want to make it into a LLC, a limited liability company, you can do that as well. And you can find different services that can help you get started, make your company a LLC. So it's not a hard process. What people do, I definitely encourage people to do is read up on it. Don't jump into something and just say, oh, I want to own a label. You need to know the laws, the rules, how you can charge back some things as far as to your record label, whether it be meals or entertainment purchases, things like that. But you want to stay within the guidelines because you don't want to get hit over the head or hit on the hand by the
Yeah,
IRS.
yeah, they don't play.
You don't want them come knocking at your door, blowing up your phone. So I would just encourage people to read, up on, starting their own company, and just make sure you do everything by the book.
Right. And where did you come up with the name Bedrock
So
Records?
Bedrock, if you know about the Flintstones, they call us people who are from Flintstones. That's one of our city nicknames. A lot of people know us from that. And so Bedrock is synonymous, of course, with the Flintstones. And I went with that.
Got you. I like that. Now, are you in a process, or are you interested in signing artists onto Bedrock Records?
I would love to, when I get to a point where I feel like I can manage that and really be a part, because I know for me, it takes a lot to be an artist, and you want someone who can dedicate that time and give you 100%. And I would love to do that. But with everything I have on my plate right now, it may not be the time. But what I do in the meantime, I have ran so many contests and campaigns, lifting other artists up and doing things to get other artists seen. I've done that on my page. I've done that, on my Instagram page and my Facebook. I'm always promoting other artists. So that's one thing I will always do. I will always champion and cheer for other artists, because I'm not a jealous person. I believe in helping each other.
I like that. You think like me. I keep saying it. Support is free, and there's a big table where a lot of us can be sitting at, winning if we just support each other.
Yes, yes.
I like that. And not only artists, we were talking behind the scenes, like you were so incredible at just supporting coming on the show, like the flyer I'm seeing, you're sharing it. So I appreciate you for that too.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to make sure that if I'm a part of something that someone else is doing, that I take full action and I'm promoting and doing as much as they're doing. And, because I know it's a lot of hard work to put a show together, to do the graphics, to prep the questions before you interview someone. So I just want to make sure that you felt appreciated, that anyone I work with feels appreciated. And I never feel like, I'm too busy to promote something that someone else is doing for me or helping me do. I would never be like that. So I so appreciate you allowing me to come on your platform.
No, it's a pleasure. It's an honor having you. Share the stage, and just tapping in, and like we were saying, just giving each other support. As women, and because you were always on point. If I messaged you or emailed you, you were right back on it. You were definitely on point.
Thank you. Thank you. I believe in being professional. And that's one thing that I do in my personal life. And I always do it with my career and how I deal with other people.
Yep, and you do it well. So everybody, if you tapping in with her, like she's on point, she's a professional, which I love.
Thank you.
Like I just love it. Like I just see you continually doing great things. And I also commend you while you've been dealing with everything that you've been dealing with, personally. You still just been, just on point with everything.
Thank you. It's only God giving me the strength. And I thank him every day because he really brought me through this journey. And I wasn't expecting to get cancer for the second time, but I had to totally put my trust in God. And I said, God, if you had me the first time, you'll have me this time and any other time afterwards. All I need to do is put my faith and trust in you, and we're going to ride this thing out. So I'm so thankful. I've had so many people who have just loved on me, checked on me, and haven't forgotten about me and my creative work. Sometimes when you have other personal things going on, sometimes you're like, well, I can't be as busy or active in the music space or in the creative space as I want to at that moment. But I have so many people rooting for me and saying, hey, just get back to it when you're ready, and we're going to be here to support you and do whatever we can to get your music and books or whatever else you're doing out there.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's a blessing to have, such great, people behind you, and looks like you're going to get a lot more people behind you here with everyone's happening. You got my support too. I'll be, checking in. And if you need me for something, just reach out. I'm here.
Thank you. And likewise.
Wow. I appreciate that. And, I got, one final, question, for you. So what legacy does Pasha want to leave behind?
You know what? I want to leave a legacy of love. I want people to know that I cared about them, their well being, that I'm a giver, that I believe in helping others. I believe in helping my community. And I just, I believe in loving people and showing it through action. That's what I want my legacy to be.
Wow. Well, it's a beautiful legacy, for sure. Love and spreading love, and you're already doing that. You're already living your legacy, so it
Thank you.
just it just continues on.
Yes, I want it to continue forever as long as it possibly can, because what you create, it never goes away. What you give to this world while you're here on this earth, people never forget that. And so one day I want people to have good memories of me and what I stood for and what I did in the community and how I had tried to help others.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And I think I got one more kind of bonus round question. I was just thinking because
Go ahead, fire away.
right, just because I think it's important and just everything, that you stand on. And I know Rain was kind of mentioning earlier about advice. So what advice would you give to anyone wanting to come into this industry, whether it's, not necessarily music, but just entertainment, period? What advice would you give them?
You really need to know yourself, who you are as an individual, how you want to portray your art, and how you want that to affect others. And the reason why I say that is because we have a lot of people who get into the entertainment field who don't know themselves. Now, it's one thing where you don't really know yourself, but you kind of have an idea and there's boundaries that you put like, oh, no, I won't do that. Or I won't say that. That's going against what I believe in. Never lose that, because once you become something that you don't want to be and people know you for that and they praise you for that, it could be negative or positive, that's going to stay with you forever. So you want to be really careful that you know who you are and present your best self to this world, the very best that you can absolutely be. I know everybody doesn't want to come in entertainment as a role model. And I'm not saying you have to be a role model, but be a role model to, in the sense of model what you would want to see.
Mm.
I think that's the best advice I can give.
Woo, man, that's some great advice. That's wonderful advice. People better be tapping in. You're telling it, dropping some gems.
Yes.
Man, no, I love it. I just want to say, this was wonderful, having you come on, bless the stage, bless this platform, building a relationship and a connection, with continued, support. Like, I truly appreciate you.
Oh, and I thank you so very much. And this just felt like a conversation. I love interviews that flow really nicely. You did your due diligence as far as asking the right questions, and you did the research, on who I am. And I really appreciate that. That means you took the time out to really get to know me and understand my story.
Oh, you're more than welcome. That's what it's about. And I never write down any questions. I just research and I stay tapped in with you. And I'm just literally conversating, with you, feeling the vibe, just kind of knowing what to, talk about,
You're amazing.
Thank you. It's a safe place and space. That's how, I want it to be for you. And, I want everybody to be tapping into you. So, you got to let everybody know again, where can they follow you at?
Yes, so I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me at PASHA, PASHA, the number 4, Bedrock, BEDROC. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is PASHA for Bedrock Records. So you have to type in the whole thing, all my music, all my interviews, everything will pop up there. Again, my books are available on Amazon. You can type in the name of the books, Through the Scars Rising from Cancer and Living in Remission, or Survivor Story, and also tag my name in there and the books will come up. I'm on TikTok as well, of course. It's at Passion for Bedrock. So follow me on all platforms. Tap in with me. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep everyone posted on what I'm doing. And again, thank you for this opportunity. It has really been a pleasure talking to you and speaking with you and getting to know you and your platform through Let's Get Activated.
Oh, thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine. This was wonderful. Before we close out with, an encore of How Do I Love Again, are there any shout outs that you want to give?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to every single person watching. I want to give a shout out to everyone who took the time tonight to get on, to join. And in advance, I want to say thank you to the people who couldn't make it tonight, who already told me they're going to tap in and watch the replay. So I appreciate everyone for doing that and supporting me.
Amen to that. Amen. Definitely, salute to everybody who was tapping in and watching. Please make sure to follow this queen, at PASHA. She's such a wonderful individual doing great things. It's Samantha Lavelle activated approved here, so you got to, that's a must. And, watch the replay if you missed the live, and just share it. Yeah, this was definitely a beautiful conversation, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. So yeah, I think, for people who might have missed the beginning of the live, we might have to play that How Do I Love one more time just to, close it out for them.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, definitely. So again, Queen, thank you again for blessing the stage, definitely more continued blessings to you, and we're just going to keep it going. We're going to keep it activated.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace and love, everybody. Let's go with How Do I Love?
How do I love? I want you to show me. How do I love? 'Cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me. And tell me you love me, that I'll always be yours. I want you to touch me. Please heal all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. I'm sitting here reminiscing, and I'm thinking about the past. Now you're gone, so I'm really tripping. But I'm on a mission, so it's on to the next. And I'm never catching feelings, but damn, you was something special. So much chemistry between us, how could I ever let you go? But I'm stuck in my ways. I don't believe in love, I ain't trying to be played. Too many thoughts, too many flaws and insecurities. Too many walls that I built to keep you off of me. I gotta admit, I'm hard to deal with. You saying that you love me, but it's hard to commit. I got too many faults, too many blemishes. So much heartbreak and pain that I'm still sitting with. Now I'm looking back, and I'm thinking about your love, so it's hard to admit. Now I'm thinking back, knowing I was wrong, so I'm living in regret. Damn, now I'm thinking back, I don't know how to love, I could never get attached. And I want you to show me. How do I love? 'Cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me. And tell me you love me, that I'll always be yours. I want you to touch me. Please heal all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. Please don't judge me, I'm a mess. I got too many scars and broken pieces, I confess, yes. Plus I know it's been a minute since we last talked. I was damaged, I was too vicious. Thinking about these other niggas, thinking they was better, they was trash, they was no different. Really wish I could take back all the lies and the games that I played. Now I'm having flashbacks. Should've gave you a chance, 'cause you was everything that I needed, that I could've had. But I let you go. I was selfish in my pride and my feelings I could never show. Right person, wrong time. Man, I fucked up, I hope destiny could realign. I could've let you go. I was foolish, I was dumb, I was crazy, I don't even know. And I want you to show me. How do I love? 'Cause I'm so insecure. And I want you to hold me. And tell me you love me, that I'll always all this pain, 'cause your love is the cure. I want you to save me, 'cause I'm trying to escape all this hurt I endure. And I want you to show me, how do I